Okay, so like everyone's heard of the ASMR by now, right? I mean, it's everywhere you turn
Yeah.
online. But is it just like a fad, or is there something more to it?
That's what we're gonna look into today.
We're diving deep into ASMR, figuring out what it actually is, how it got so big, and because we know you're curious, whether there's any actual science behind using it for better sleep.
So imagine this. You're listening to like someone whispering or maybe the crinkling of paper, and suddenly you feel this wave of calm, maybe even like a tingling sensation. That's basically the ASMR experience.
Yeah, that's a really good way to describe it. It's this uh, pleasant tingling that some people experience when they hear certain sounds or even sometimes see certain things.
Yeah.
And the actual term for it, autonomous sensory meridian response, it sounds kind of complicated, but it's basically just a fancy way of describing this unique sensory experience.
Right. And it's kind of amazing how popular it's gotten, right? I mean, you see ASMR videos everywhere online, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Oh, absolutely. It really took off in the past few years, even though people have been talking about it since like the early 2010s. I think part of it is um, this growing interest in wellness and mental health. People want ways to relax and de-stress, and ASMR seems to really work for a lot of people.
Yeah, yeah. It's definitely not niche anymore. And it's not just whispering either. There's like so many different types of ASMR videos out there. Guided meditations, role-playing scenarios, even like people tapping on wood or organizing things.
It's true. It's all about finding what works for you, those specific triggers that give you those tingles or that sense of relaxation.
And I think the fact that like ASMR gets millions of searches online, that really shows just how popular it's gotten. But, let's talk about the big question a lot of people have. Can ASMR actually help you sleep better? Or is it just like a placebo effect?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And the answer is it might actually be able to. There's some research showing that ASMR can have like real measurable effects on your body.
Okay, like what?
Well, for example, there have been studies linking ASMR to a lower heart rate and less anxiety.
Right.
And those are both things that can definitely make it harder to sleep if they're acting up.
So it's not just like in your head, there are actually like physical changes happening.
Exactly. And one study from Sheffield University, I thought this one was fascinating. They found that ASMR might actually increase your serotonin levels.
Oh, wow. That's really interesting because, I mean, the serotonin, it's not just about mood, it also helps regulate your sleep cycle.
Exactly. So if ASMR does boost serotonin, that could be one way it helps people sleep. But it's not just about brain chemistry either. There's also the fact that ASMR can be really distracting in a good way. You know how like when your mind is racing, it's almost impossible to fall asleep? Well, ASMR can kind of give your brain something else to focus on.
That makes sense.
Instead of those racing thoughts, you're concentrating on like the sounds of someone tapping or whispering. It's very calming for a lot of people.
Yeah, it's like giving your brain a break from all the overthinking. A calm mind is definitely better for sleep.
I agree.
So, I mean, it seems like ASMR, even though it's still pretty new, it's more than just a passing trend, right? There's a lot of evidence that it can help you relax and potentially, yeah, improve your sleep.
I think so, yeah. And what I find really interesting is what this all says about how powerful sensory input can be. If we can figure out how ASMR works on a deeper level, what's actually happening in the brain, it could lead to whole new ways of managing stress and improving our well-being.
Wow.
And who knows, maybe it could even help with things beyond sleep, like anxiety or focus.
That's a really interesting thought. Like, we're just scratching the surface of what ASMR could be capable of.
Right.
So, yeah, if you haven't already, maybe give ASMR a try. You never know. It could be the key to a better night's sleep for you, too.
And that's it for today's deep dive into ASMR. We'll catch you in the next one.